record this because of many reasons. One of those reasons sharing because it will be informative, because we'll ask me some questions and I will ask at the same time. By the way, I'm doing this interview to analyze firstly myself, that how qualified I am, how is my speaking, because it's really important the way I'm asking a question and the way I'm answering them. After, I will share it. I don't know if you are going to make it in English, in Turkish, in Russian, or in Tajik language. But even if any other language we're going to do this interview, I'm planning to, if the interviewer will give me the permission, I'm planning to share. Yeah, let's see how it's going to happen after about 3 hours. Right now, I have a job. I'm working remotely as a front-end developer. But if I will do this interview, it doesn't mean that I don't like my company which I'm working. It doesn't mean that I'm not happy. I'm very happy. I'm very satisfied with the company which I'm working right now. But still, in order to improve myself, I'm going to do this interview because I haven't applied. They just offered me, like, if you would like to work with us. I actually, when he offered me, do you think to work with us? I told him to have a call because the company which offering me right now is one of the best, or I don't know, one of the most successful in Tajikistan, in a Central Asian country. And they have recently, like a few years ago, maybe 1 or 2 years ago, they opened another office in Uzbekistan. So that's why I'm thinking it will be, I want to know the culture, I want to know the environment, what's going on in Uzbekistan and Tajikistan, especially in Tajikistan because it's my homeland. I was born there as an engineer. I want to know what kind of technologies, in what approach they're using it, and in what level they are right now. Yeah, so I'm going to ask lots of questions. I hope he's going to allow me to record it. I hope he's going to support me about this. I hope it will be really informative and at the same time enjoyable for all those who are interested, because in our country lots of people, they go outside to study. They study in our country as well. The ones who are not satisfied, they move on. They go to abroad to another countries like United States, Russia, Turkey, China, lots of other countries. They seek for education. They seek for a knowledge, experience. It's really weird to talk to yourself. It's actually not the first time I'm recording myself like this. I'm doing it for the first time. I prefer to speak in English. The last language which I was talking and the last language which I was getting information was English. So I was switched to English. That's why I'm still moving on with English, but it changed. Sometimes I think unconsciously in Turkish because I've been living in Turkey for a long time. It's almost been 8 years I'm here, so I have lots of Turkish friends. So when I talk with them, and after talking with them, or when I read something, or when I watch something in Turkish, after I start thinking in Turkish and it goes on. But when I watch something in Russian language and then it goes on. The last language which I was reading some documentations, so that's why I am talking English. The interview may go in English, in Tajik language, in Russian language, or in Turkish language as well, because the interviewer also have studied university in Turkey at Selçuk University. So yeah, so he knows Turkish, English, the all language I know he knows. We'll see, we'll decide which language we're going to move on to talk, to have a discussion. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm prepared, to be honest, not to get this job, but actually to understand what's going on in my country, the companies, how they are surviving there. I'm going to analyze by asking questions, and he's going to analyze me. Yeah, this is how you're going to improve yourself, because after the interview he's going to ask some questions which I might not be able to answer. Yeah, he asked me for the position like front-end engineer. We will see. Yeah, because I graduated from computer engineering. My title right now is like remote front-end developer, but I do other stuff as well. I like Python language. I like playing with this language, machine learning, data science stuff, getting some data, playing with data, preparing some models. And by the way, after they send me their chief technology officer, their CTO send me message, do you think about this job, getting this job? I thought, let's do something fun. I shared those information, I mean the message I screenshotted and sent to my friends, because Most of my friends are also engineers, developers. My classmates from my high school, most of them are. So I sent them and I asked them to send me questions. What questions should I ask? They sent me a couple of questions. Yeah, I also wanted to share about my another interview experience. It was with another company in Turkey. They sell, so they do not only sell tickets for airplane, but at the same time they have lots of other services. It was last year on August. It was really good. It was very informative. I find out lots of gaps which I have to fill. I actually knew about it, but I didn't talk about it. You know, when you go to interview, you have to talk about it because they ask you questions you don't know, and sometimes when I have not some, let's say in this interview, which with this company, the company name is .com. I need to ask a permission. I actually asked them a permission, but the HR told me you should talk with the team leader, the front-end team leader of this company. When I talked with him, he asked, I will reply you later about, but he didn't. I think he's really busy. I didn't send him again the message like when you're going to send me, or I didn't bother him yet. But before sharing this video, maybe, or I'm going to mute it. I don't know the company name because I have to ask your permission. And I was thinking to write a Medium article about this as well, what questions they asked me, what was my response, and how the procedure happened. Like first they send me a LinkedIn message from LinkedIn, and then we talk on Skype, like only introduction. It was only introduction, no non-technical interview. And then they send me a task. After giving a task, after pushing it to GitHub, they review it, and then they told me, yeah, now you are going to have a technical interview. And technical interview was the last step. After this, they going to accept or not. So I didn't get accepted, but it was a really good experience. It was a failure for me. Every failure teaches you something. You learn something from it. So I learned a lot. I improved myself a lot. So this is another opportunity for me to improve myself a lot and get information about tech culture in Central Asia. It's really exciting. Before, like when I was studying high school there, it was not so, I don't want to use this word like popular. I hope my boss, which I'm working on the company, he's not going to angry with it. He's really like a person, in remote working job, there is the key thing about it is the trusting to your employee. So as an employer, he has a trust on us. I really admire this because it's a rare to work remotely in Turkey because of the trust issue. And before pandemic, it was really hard. But after pandemic, this virus has changed lots of things. It will change. It's going to change. Still, it's going to change a lot. Yeah. So this made lots of, not only in Turkey but all in the world, made change, and about employers to change their mindset at all. I hope this will be. I say this for 20 times maybe. Like I hope it will be informative and exciting. Yeah, I really hope it will be informative and exciting. I started YouTube like 2 months ago. First month I was pushing hard. The second month I was not pushing so much because I don't want to give some excuse, but it's reality. I had too many tasks to do. So I actually promised to post a video each week, but I couldn't. But now I'm trying. I'm going to try at least to post one video in a month. And I told also I'm going to post a medium. Like all of these are invested. You invest your time on it. Yeah. So I like playing game. So weekends after work. After working for 5 days, weekends, sometimes you want to have a rest, play a game, cannot go outside apparently. You play a game, you watch movies, sometimes you read book, listen music. Alright. See you. Bye bye.